So yeah, it's still Scaretober the first. No, but for real, October the first, 2024, and I got a couple things on my mind. Number one, I remember a time when, okay, well, 2015 when the dryer and stuff caught on fire, and then the quote unquote landlord let me go to the house that was across the street, and I was taking my precious time, I ain't gonna lie, but I also had just had a baby. Like soon as the 8 days, 7 days, 7 or 8 days before the dryer caught on fire, I had just had a baby. So people helped me to move my stuff over there for them to do what they was gonna do in this house. Then he acted like he wanted me to stay over there in that house. I was like, no, I'm good. I want to go back to my own house. I want to go back to the house that I was already in. That I get my. I don't want to do that. So then I guess I was taking my precious time to leave out from over there, and he started raising his voice and like, yeah, well, I did you a favor and you could get out. I mean, he was just rude and nasty. It was unnecessary. But I mean, that was crazy. But the main thing, I never really be like, I don't even really be paying. Like I said, clowns and foolishness, and or just somebody that I barely even know. Like I don't know what your struggle is. I don't know what your issue is, and really don't care to know. But what I did pay attention to and what did try to affect me was when, dude I was last involved with, of course, who had I had just had the baby by, he was like, I guess he heard the dude, the man talking to me on the phone, and he was like, dang, he just talked to you any kind of way, or you just let him talk to you any kind of way. And I'm just like, excuse me? I ain't let him do shit. He opened up his mouth and he just popped off, and that's on him. But like you can tell I'm getting frustrated with it now. But I'm like, but my thing about it is you as a male. Like, why would you even like if you thought it was some kind of a problem or issue? Why would you stand for it? Why would you not say, babe, let me handle this, or try to do more encouraging? So, that was just something bothersome about that. And look, somebody said write down the red flags. Like, I should have named that as a red flag and should have been like, oh, I'm out. I didn't. I still stuck around. And so, and after that, baby, yeah, he went harder and went off the deep end with it regarding some other stuff, like, regarding siding with his mom and stuff like that, basically trying to make it seem like she was justified for not, for one, not liking me not even really caring much. Like, I cared just a slight bit, but not really. Not to the point where I'm ever gonna jump through anybody hoops, kiss no tail, this, that, and the third. But you know what I'm saying? You want the person that you're involved with, you want their parents to like you, want that. And I had already dealt with stuff where the parents didn't like me, so I was like, hopefully this time is different. But baby, lo and behold, it was it was probably about 100 times, 1,000 times worse now. But yeah, she didn't like me or whatever. It was what it was. So that was that or whatever. And of course, we already know how that story went. But it was just, yeah, coming at me and coming against me and stuff like that for doing that. That stuff was crazy. And then it was another time too, like when my daughter, my daughter was here. It was right on the same day as my son's birthday, my middle child, oldest son's birthday. And this mailman came and there was some other stuff going on. Well, he wanted me to sign something. And he wanted me to sign for something, some package I was getting. I was like, okay, can you hand it to my daughter so she can hand it to me or whatever? And he was like, no, the policy, this ain't the policy and this and the third. And I'm like, okay, I'll sign and let her hand it to me. And then after we got into some little back and forth. And yeah, he pissed me off and whatever. Push came to shove, shove came to push. And no, we didn't get into no physical altercation, but he started standing at my door and just popping off and stuff like that. Another time when I just felt definitely not protected, not shielded by a male. Just felt open to, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much open to attacks and threats and stuff. But anyway, needless to say, he went on about his business. But in the process, he was like, I never deliver another package here. You'll never. So of course, I'm reaching out to the manager and stuff like that, and I was telling them that's what he said, and he was like, And then the manager was like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. So then after that, the next day or something, I guess I was supposed to have some mail or something come in, and he just drove past my mailbox. And then my daughter was like, guess he meant what he said. So I don't know. It just felt a type of way. Like I couldn't understand like why my daughter would feel like that, and you know what I'm saying. It's fun to observe something, and I don't know. I guess my response would have been different. Like, dang, why he showing out like that? Why he doing too much or whatever? And I kind of just want. I guess I kind of want her to side with me. And but I'm not gonna sit here and say that I wasn't in the wrong or I didn't do it wasn't something that I could have did differently. But all I know is I was not trying to offend the person. I didn't set out to do that at all. And then, but that did not mean that offense can't happen. So that was that or whatever. But anyway, those just are two things that stand out. And I'm like, why would y'all as people feel like, you know what I'm saying, you want somebody you care for to go through something, or like you kind of gloat or whatever at them going through something. And it's just been a couple times, a handful or maybe even more, when people feel like, yeah, well, just you I can just feel like and tell that either you want me to go through something, or after I went through something, you gloating about it, and it's like it brings you some kind of status. It brings you some kind of status. I'm laughing at it because it's like that's crazy, that's weird, but it brings you some kind of satisfaction. Like what? And it do. It make you thinking. It makes me think. It make me feel like, dang Lord, this is what we create. You know what I'm saying? Not we, but this is what you. These are the type of people you created. And then, I don't ever really look at myself and see if I'm like that. I ain't finna sit here in front and say I haven't gloated in something, somebody dealing with something. Yeah, and I have gotten satisfaction when somebody was dealing with something because they did something to me. You know what I'm saying? They came at me. Poked and prodded me. You know what I'm saying? They tried me on where's my water? Did I bring some water in here? Okay, yeah. They tried me to a certain extent, you know what I'm saying, on something. But me just it's again, it just kind of goes back to that biblical. What the heck? It goes back to the biblical ways, like how a curse without cause shall not come. But it's like, why are y'all don't have a cause or a reason to want me to go through something. So I just didn't understand it, but yeah, and this again, especially coming from my daughter, I ain't, you don't want your kids to feel like, dang, they waiting on you to, they waiting on you to experience something harsh. You know what I'm saying? So man, it's been tough or whatever. But yeah, it's been a tough day here. So it has been a tough day, but I will say that again, it's one of them days that it don't seem like it's for me. It was for me, or it was supposed to be for me. It was definitely directed at me, but as far as it being, it wasn't supposed to affect me, and that's where I have a problem, because it's like, if it wasn't supposed to affect me, I don't need it affecting me. I don't know who it's for, and this and third. Yes, I do have a habit of feeling like, yep, if it was for my kids and I got to deal with something, hey, I could deal with it. But for a grown ass man or somebody else, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to do with it. I still just don't want nothing to do with it. I asked my boys had they seen the Antichrist number or whatever today, and I hadn't really asked them because I didn't see it myself. But they did. But ooh wee, the number that I've been seeing. But I was just thinking about that because it was just like, you really sitting around. It just make you feel like, dang, I don't want not nan ninja around me. Period. I don't. Like, that's crazy. I thought we was created and designed to interact with each other. Maybe I'm thinking, maybe at this point it's like, no, it's a guarantee you're gonna have a conflict. I get it, a disagreement, but to just be sitting around somebody and you really, even if you're not plotting and planning on getting them, you just waiting for a moment to pop up for them to be dealing with something. Excuse me? That's crazy. Like that just make me feel like I don't want to be around you and I don't need to be around you. And I really did start checking myself and examining myself and then checking my behavior. Like, Lord, am I around this person for the wrong reason? Like, do I have bad intentions or do I have bad thoughts and harsh thoughts towards them? And I was just like, let me get it together. But man, God didn't allow it. But something just was like trying to tear somebody to shreds. Whether you know what I'm saying, if I'm feeling like it's not meant for me, but something was trying to tear somebody to shreds. Ooh wee. And yeah, one thing I hope it's not my daughter. I did, like I said, my conversation with her tonight was short. She was just kind of short, but she did talk for a while. And then yeah, um, I was telling her, of course, about the port strike and stuff that was going on, and I was telling her some other stuff. But then, yeah, I asked her about her friends being saved and having faith, and did they ask her about her relationship with God or her faith, and she said no. And then I asked, did she pray for them? She said yes. Um, but then she went on to talk about, yeah, so this is what happened. She went on to say, she said she didn't feel good today. Well, she said I don't feel good, and so that was during the time I was talking to her. I was like, you hadn't felt good all day? Yeah, just down, not in the mood for anything. I said, what about when I messaged you earlier at school? Was you feeling okay? Did something happen? She said, it's just been all day. Nothing happened. I said, okay, well, call on God and ask Him to lift you up, whether it's emotion, feelings, physical, mental, or whatever it is. And then, I said, okay, well, feel better soon. I'll let you rest. I'm here if you want to talk. So, anyway, then she never responded. She must have fell asleep or whatever. But, oh, man. So, just after that, so yeah, so just after that, what was I saying? So yeah, once she said nothing happened, that's when I just realized either it's got to do with her cycle coming on or whatever, and she just the hormones just changing, and or it's uh you know maybe what I was experiencing feeling today, she started to feel, and my thing is, and I'm okay with it because the main reason I'm okay with it because I just want God to still move in and on her life. I want her to be in a posture of prayer and wanting and having a desire to pray and seeking God and listening and hearing from God. So, even if it's, God wants to speak to her, hey, your mom's going through something, why don't you pray? And, just be obedient. Or just even if he doesn't reveal to her. But I don't want her to wallow in those feelings and emotions and things. I want her to be quickened to pray and be obedient. I want her to hear the voice of the Lord, and yeah, in a strange voice she does not follow. But of course I can't make your kids, your children. But ever since I've been back in contact with her, and yes, I was disappointed because the contact came from her being in some kind of accident, somebody reaching out. Definitely relieved when she told me she was fine, got in a car accident, and I was just trying, I was dreading. I'm like, Lord, please, no broken bones, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just thinking to myself. And when I found out it wasn't, and it was just, headaches and a little backache and stuff like that. But that still can be internal trauma. So I was disappointed, but anyway, I'm just Those are things that was on my mind right now. Yes, I done been on here a couple times today. I went from earlier, and I was just chilling. I was just cooling. Is you cool? I'm cool. I was cool, but then next thing you know, some clown behavior, clowns and fools tried to, oh Lord, it's just crazy. So it still got me in a place of where I want to continue to pray and stay prayed up. And it's kind of like how the messages that I see every day, where I usually get encouragement from. I didn't really feel encouraged today, but I didn't really take too much time sitting and watching them because I just when somebody try to mess with my mood and tamper and stuff, and just like my daughter was describing, just heard she was down and her she not in the mood to do for anything. It just be like, dang, I can't hear like I said, I barely wanted to cook for my kids today. Then, lo and behold, my son went in. He got down on these little chicken wings that I had in there, like literally ate all of them. I had cooked two different sets. I did some pan seared ones, garlic type, and then I did some of course I did fried. Man, he went in there and went in on them. So I was just sitting here like, wait a minute. So anyway, oh we, yeah, this day. September came in trying to fight, but October came in like trying to karate chop.